Miss Amudhanilla, ma'am. Miss Amudhanilla, ma'am. Miss Amudhanilla, ma'am. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning.
Miss Amudhanilla, ma'am. Your voice is little feeble.
Yes, sir. Give me 1 minute, sir. Yes, 1 minute. 1 minute. Now is it okay?
Paka. Clear, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Ramachandran, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Ram, can we check with your presentation?
Yeah, yes, sir. So, but I'm not allowed to share my screen. I think it is disabled.
Hang on for a second, sir. Sir, right now you can, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Your presentation is viewable, sir.
Yes, yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Nila, ma'am. Miss Nila, ma'am. Amudhanilla, ma'am. Miss Amudhanilla, ma'am.
Yes, Vivek, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, crystal clear, ma'am.
Okay.
Our dean sir is held up with some other
Sir,
meeting.
she is connecting. She
So
is connecting.
Okay.
today's welcome. He is connecting.
Okay.
So today's welcome address will be given by Bharati, ma'am.
Yes.
Dr.
Okay, sir.
Bharati, ma'am,
So if
coordinator of
if you
ED cell.
tell me, we can just start the session.
Yeah, our director also in the meeting.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Hopefully, yeah, we'll start, ma'am.
Okay.
Bharati, ma'am. Director, sir. Sir, shall we start the meet, sir? Sir, director, sir, please unmute, sir.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay. Okay.
உங்க
Okay, sir.
phone
Thank you, sir.
disconnect
Shall we start the meet, sir?
Yeah. Dean has joined.
Not yet, sir.
Sir, Dean sir is in a meeting with COE, sir. So,
I think he has completed. Anyhow, just now he spoke to me. You find out.
is that so, sir? Okay, sir. Let's check it out, sir. Give me a minute, sir.
Vivek sir, shall we start?
Yes. I think Dean has joined.
Sir will join in 5 minutes, sir.
Okay, we'll wait.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, Dean sir has joined, sir.
Sir, Dean, sir, shall we start the program, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Shall we start, sir?
Okay. Miss Amudanilla, ma'am. Miss Amudanilla, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we will start, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
So the best way to predict the future is to create it. Good day, everyone. The best part of today will most likely be welcoming you all to this wonderful session. I'm thrilled and honored to present this event, Significance of Entrepreneurial Ideas in Renewable Energy, hosted by our respected institution's E-NEXUS cell on this digital platform. Hold on to your excitement for more information about the event because I would like to take a moment to invite the convener of our E-NEXUS cell, Dr. Bharati Ravi from the Department of Business Administration, to deliver the introductory address. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Nila. It's not about ideas, it's about making ideas happen. Good morning to everyone present here. Firstly, I take immense pride in welcoming our eminent director, Dr. Subram sir, and the distinguished guest speaker, Mr. R. Ramachandran, for this webinar on significance of entrepreneurial ideas in renewable energy. This is an E-NEXUS initiative. I'm also very happy to welcome our respected Dean, Dr. K.R. and all our beloved heads of the department, the faculty members, and my dear students. Truly transform our economy, protect and save our planet from ravages of climate change, we need to ultimately make clean, renewable energy the profitable kind of energy. The very thought behind this webinar is the recent trend towards greener and more sustainable technology that has been creating many opportunities for entrepreneurial-minded individuals. I wish this session enlightens us and provides us with the approach to deal with the problems of tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, moving on, I would like to invite our respected Director Academics, Dr. K. Subram, sir, to deliver the presidential address. Good morning, sir. Over to you, sir. Sir, your mic is muted, sir.
Yeah, now am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Okay. Our distinguished guest, Mr. Ramachandran, Field Coordinator, Entrepreneur Development Cell, Madurai Kamaraj University, and he's also a trainer, ILO, Geneva, in Switzerland. our respected Dean, HOD, dear faculty members, and beloved students. And this topic, renewable energy, this is actually the renewable energy is the future of the world. And the young student should understand more about renewable and sustainable technology. Everywhere we are talking about a green revolution. And this is a very vital topic. We have a very dynamic guest here who is going to explain about this topic. But before that, what the students should try to understand from this seminar or webinar is, as I have been mentioning in several meetings, the students should have two major decisions right from the first year. One, after completing the degree program, if they are aiming for gainful employment, let them develop certain skills like soft skill, communication, critical analysis, all these things. If they are aiming for entrepreneur, profitable self-employment, if they want to become an entrepreneur, and this is a very vital topic, and this is a very vital topic for entrepreneur. For entrepreneur also, you have to develop certain skills. You have to develop right from the beginning, right from the first year, you have to develop certain skills. Because in most of the meetings and most of the webinar and seminar, all these things people are giving importance for. Instead of seeking job, you try to provide job. So that is a concept here. Don't wait for the job. Don't wait for some gainful employment. If you are able to do, if you are able to provide a job, then this entrepreneur is the best profession. For that, you have to develop certain skills right from the first year of your degree program. And coming to this topic, this is one of the important topic for to become an entrepreneur also. You know, renewable energy is a natural resource. It's a natural resource, and from photovoltaic solar panel, right from photovoltaic solar panel to kinetic energy adapter that generate electricity, entrepreneurs are taking advantage of this green revolution by finding renewable energy solutions. When I say a generation of electricity, I don't think that renewable energy is concentrating only on generation of electricity. It is only one part of the renewable energy. There are other aspects also. So in recent trends towards greener evolution, more sustainable technology, I am underlining the word greener revolution and more sustainable technology, that is creating many opportunities for entrepreneur-minded individuals. Try to understand the word entrepreneur-minded individuals. I request all the students, whether you are even if you are aiming for gainful employment, try to have this mind also, entrepreneurial-minded individuals. And now, when you what you want to take from this webinar, some key technology takeaway. What you want to take away from this webinar, I request you one or two points. One, not every entrepreneur is an investor. Please remember, not every entrepreneur is an investor. People simply think, even the students or even the professors or the professionals or industry people, they think that entrepreneur means we have to invest crores. We have to develop the industry, factory. We have to start our business. We have to pay a financial problem, loan. We have to have all these things. And not every entrepreneur is an investor. Please remember. Consider opportunities for even other green services. Like what example I will give you: green hydrogen technology. Green hydrogen technology is one idea. You can think of it. Second thing, focus on industries you are most familiar with. The simple things which you are familiar with about the green revolution or renewable energy. Consider government financial resources for financial help. So these are all the key areas, key points you have to remember. But coming to this topic, renewable energy is about more than, as I already told you, it is just more than just electricity generation. Don't think that always, because renewable energy means always people are concentrating on electricity generation. But it is not just electricity generation. It is about storage. It is about conservation. It is about distribution. These are all the entrepreneurial skill, entrepreneurial ideas you have to develop. So these are other areas. When you come to other aspects, coming to this point, it is a hot spot for startup. Everywhere we use the word startup. Any business you want to start the business, initially you have to go with a small planning. So to start up, it is a very hot spot topic throughout the world. And now we are talking about carbon neutral. Everywhere we are talking about carbon neutral because the carbon dioxide pollution, the concentration of the carbon in the atmosphere is affecting the climate. So even our college campus, the university campus, everywhere we are concentrating on carbon neutral. By the year 2040 or by the year 2050, India should have carbon neutral environment. That is what we are aiming at. All the education institutions, even SRM, we got number one in India, number one ranking in green sustainable environment. SRM University has got it. So like that, everywhere we are talking about carbon neutral. Here also, renewable energy is also carbon neutral. We are giving importance for carbon neutral environment. And you know, one thing I'll give you, 30% of the carbon dioxide, 30% of the carbon dioxide produced by the US, United States, is derived from electricity. So when they are generating the electricity in the United States, 30% of the carbon dioxide atmosphere is produced by electricity. So they are going for renewable source or natural resources to avoid this. Even they want to have carbon neutral in their environment or climate. It's a global problem. So as I told you, renewable energy is the future of the world. Please remember, you, the young students, first year students or second year or third year, any subject, whether you are in computer science or commerce or business administration, please remember, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you want to become entrepreneur in renewable energy, then this is the future of the world. And some ideas about this different type of renewable energy sources, if you see, one is the turbulent hydro. That is solution from water, turbulent hydro. The second one is working on fusion energy, fusion technology. Very important topic, fusion energy, fusion technology. That is still you have a theoretical only, it's not practical, but solar energy, another aspect. And you know, it is an unlimited energy from the sun. Solar energy is an unlimited energy. Any number of years, any hundreds of years you can use it because you have a lot of energy. So solar energy, the wind energy, another renewable energy is the wind energy and biomass energy. You know what is biomass? All destroyed plants, animals, and other things. We are making ethanol from this bioproduct. So it's called bioenergy. And geothermal energy. Geothermal. I think heat developed from the earth is from that we can take some energy that's called geothermal energy. So these are all the different areas of renewable energy sources. Even now recently that Amazon has decided as part of zero carbon emission, Amazon has proposed a plan by the year 2040 they have to complete it. That is, they announced a new renewable and clean energy project in US, UK, Canada, Spain, and other European countries. So Amazon has decided to have clean and green environment, renewable, clean and clean energy source by the year 2040. So all the corporate people are also like Amazon. People are concentrating on renewable energy. It's a very, very vital topic. It is the future of the world. And don't think that it is an investor. You have to do only the entrepreneur. If you want to become an entrepreneur, only you should be an investor. Not necessary. You can consider the other services related to renewable energy, and you can start if you are interested. With these few words, I take this opportunity to wish you all success in your future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So without any doubt, your words were motivating and inspiring as always, sir. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. To become a successful entrepreneur is for many people a dream come true. However, too many entrepreneurs see their dreams fall apart. To be unique, to be hungry always and never satisfied, being proud but never satisfied, to be followed by the competition, to take criticism and negativity and use it as a fuel to the greatness, to survive the storms and the tough moments, to be humble in the good times. It is all about sacrificing your today for a better tomorrow. It is living a few years of life like others won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like others can't. That sacrifice, that dedication, that commitment, and that discipline. Only rare human beings have these qualities. Only the very best among us, probably. So here I am, very much delighted to welcome one such best person as our guest speaker today, Mr. R. Ramachandran, Field Coordinator and ILO Trainer at Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India. He has been a resource person to various entrepreneurship awareness programs organized by several institutions across Tamil Nadu. He has also been a part of various seminars, conferences, workshops, and training sessions with relation to entrepreneurship. We, the E-NEXUS team, are so very happy to able to share this special day with you, sir. Thank you for coming, and we welcome you, sir. This floor is all yours now, sir. Thank you.
Yes, very good morning, everyone gathered here, and I would like to thank the authorities of SRM Institute of Technology, as well as starting from the Dean of SRM, Ananda Padmanabhan sir, and the Director Academics, Subram sir, and the coordinating committee, coordinating conveners of this webinar, titled as Significance of Entrepreneurial Ideas in Renewable Energy. So likewise, we are having that coordinators, Bharati Ravi ma'am and Dr. Kesavan sir, and also the authorities from Commerce Department, who is coordinating this one-day webinar, and also the students. Without your presence, this program cannot be colorful, right? So your presence is also valuable for today's session. So as far as Sir said, the many things pointed out by Subram sir, right? He told that there are n number of opportunities for the students, especially SRM is a reputed institution, so they are having a good tie-up with many agencies, many companies, and they are ready to give n number of placement opportunities, right? So have you know about what is the status of Indian economy, students? I think chat box is open for you, right? Anyone have to message. So have you know about what is the status of Indian economy? Is it a developing nation, or developed nation, or underdeveloped nation? Students? So because the session we should be dual mode of communication. So you have to give a lot of input for me, and I have to give a little input for you, right? So have you know about the status of Indian economy? Yes, it is an underdeveloped nation, right? Any other comments? What is the status of Indian economy? Right. So India got its independence in 1947, and still now, that is, India is in a position called developing nation, right? So India cannot attain the position called a developed nation. So we can cross over n number of things. So 70 plus years have been crossed over from the independence, but still we are called as a developing nation, right? And students, have you know about any countries which is attained the position called developed nation? Any countries which attain the position called developed nation? So have you know about the status of developed countries? List of any countries. So floor is open. You have to use chat box, or you have to unmute yourself. So once once the word called developed nation, it comes to your mind is the only thing is UK, that is United Kingdom, as well as that is USA, United States of America. So these two countries having a good share among all over the globe, and they are developed nation. Likewise, we are having a number of countries like China, nearby nation China, Japan, and other countries. They attain the position called developed nation. Even though now a World Cup is streaming in that is Dubai. Dubai is one of the developed nation, right? So every country, so they attain the position called developed nation. Why? Because so they are having n number of startups, right? N number of startups they are having, right? The country is now in transforming the position called using of renewable energy. So because with the usage of non-renewable energy, the country have been polluted, and sometimes it should not be, it should not have a good reputation or good status among other competitive nations. Right? So this topic is given by the authorities of SRM. Is good topic. That is, we have discussed about of entrepreneurial ideas in case of renewable energy. So with your consent, I have been sharing my presentation screen. Right. So this is the topic, the significance of entrepreneurial ideas in renewable energy. Right. So generally, so we the human life is about these four things. That is, so creating some value. So whatever the thing is, so for example, you are pursuing any degree. So after completing a degree, you have to get a good job and you have to earn some value. So this what it should create some value for your life itself, right? So you have to earn something or you have to do something for the society by creating some reputation, right? So many top level people, so they have been created some value by getting some reputation, by getting some acknowledgements from the society. So first thing you have been getting into your mind is you have to create some value. So every day, if you get some appraise, then you have been feel satisfied, right? If you get some good appraisal from anyone, or else anyone motivated you, then you have been feel somewhat highly satisfied, right? You are delighted. So the first thing, creating some value in your life. Whatever the things you have been do, but you have to do something for your society, right? So this is first thing, creating some value. And second thing, taking calculated risk, right? So without risk, life cannot be certain, right? So day by day, we are facing the risk. So morning we have to forget something from your home. So even we forget our phone in our home itself, or we have forgot to put charge in a mobile phone, or any other thing it should be, right? So for example, even though this is a pandemic situation, so there are a lot of risks. We have to travel without a mask, then there is a possibility of spreading this pandemic disease, right? So there are n number of risks are there in life. So you have to calculate, you have to work on it. What is the risk you have in solvable, and what is the risk it should not be solvable? What is uncertain risk, and what is that is non-certain risk? So everything you have been crossover in your life. So once you have to create some value in the society, then there should be a possibility of risk, right? So if you are a good person in your society, then the background thing is that is you will definitely face some risk. If you do some good things in the society, then that should be a bad thing. That is risk maybe occurs in your life. So that is first thing, creating value, and second thing, taking calculated risk, right? And third thing, that is listening to your heart. Whatever you do, you have been like, and whatever you have been do, it should be likable for yourself as well as also some other people. That is, if it is good for your heart, then you can be do anything. Right? If it is not good for your heart, then you cannot do for such things for your development. Right? So listening to your heart. And final thing is realizing your aspiration. Right? Whatever the future vision you are having. So everyone is having a goal. So have you know about what is the meaning of the word called goal? The students? So have you know about the meaning of the word called goal? Right? So have you know about the meaning of the word called goal? Or targets? So whatever the target you are having in your life. Students, what is your future vision in your life? So the chat box is open, as well as you have to unmute yourself. Right. So I just go with my presentation because so you are having your aspiration, that is a goal. Everyone is having a goal, right? If I want to become a doctor, or I want to become a good leader, or whatever it should be, you are having some goal in your life, right? So these are four things. Life is about, you have to create a value, or you have to calculate some risk, and you have to listen to your heart. So in heart and soul, it should be good. So listening to your heart, and fourth thing, realizing your aspiration, right? So these four things you have been crossroad in your life, and you have been do everything in your life based on these four things, right? And so before entering into the session, right? So you just answer these questions. That is, it should be most important, right? So first thing, what can I do, right? If you are a student, or if you completed your degree, what you have to do, right? Subram sir rightly told you there are two opportunities for the students, right? One is gainful employment by developing your soft skills, right? Or else second mode is you have been update your career as an entrepreneur, right? That is you have been that is you have transformed yourself as a job provider. You have been given a number of job, and you have to explore a number of ideas by means of updating yourself towards innovative world, right? So two opportunities are there, right? One is you have to get a good employment, or else you have to transform your career as an entrepreneur, right? And second thing, what business should I start? What business should I start? So normally, if you enter into an entrepreneurship journey, so there are three modes of businesses are there, right? Three modes of doing the activity for an entrepreneurship journey is. So first thing, you have to manufacture any products, right? Manufacture any products. For example, that is, I am manufacturing this pen, right? So this pen is somewhat different, and it should be using a tricolor pen. Likewise, it should be a number of innovative things have been added up in your pen itself if you manufacture a pen, right? So this should be called as a manufacturing. You have to manufacture a product and giving it to the customer. So this is first sort of business in entrepreneurship, manufacturing a product. And second thing, giving a service, right? Likewise, a mobile seller have been giving a service, a bike seller have been giving a service, right? A college is giving a good service, that is giving quality education to the students. Likewise, service form of organization is there. And third thing is trading form of an organization, right? So generally, three form of businesses are there, right? So manufacture and service, and third thing is we can call it as a trading, right? So n number of entrepreneurs have been focused on three areas, or primarily two areas. Likewise, you have been crossed over the successful startups like Zomato or Swiggy, or else we can call it as a company called Redbus, right? So these companies we can call it as a service form of startups. So they have to provide a service. They doesn't manufacture any kind of thing, right? They doesn't manufacture any kind of thing, or they doesn't produce any kind of products. They have to give a service to their customer, right? So this is primary thing, service form of an organization, or else one form is called as a manufacturing. Have to manufacture a product and have to give it to the customer, right? So in the pandemic situation, n number of small startups have been emerged. They are producing masks from the home itself. Many people, they have been manufactured the mask, or else many colleges using their chemistry lab, they are manufacturing sanitizers, right? Natural sanitizers. So they are manufacturing like that. So manufacturing as well as service is primarily used in case of startup, right? So once you have been completed your degree, there are two opportunities for you, right? One is, that is, you have been gainful employment. Second thing is transform yourself as an entrepreneur, right? If you enter into an entrepreneurship journey, manufacture and service, two forms are generally used in the competitive world, right? Second thing, once you have been starting your business, right, investment plays a major role, right? Are you accept it? Without any money, have you started a business? Students, if you are really want to start your business, is money is mandatory? Anyone? Or you really want to become an entrepreneur if money is mandatory? Anyone? If you want to really become an entrepreneur, if you need enormous amount of money for starting the business or starting in entering into entrepreneurship journey, if money is mandatory, the floor is open, right? You have to use the chat box, or else you have been unmute yourself.
Yes, sir, the money is mandatory.
Yes, good, good. Thank you, Mahesh. Good. Any other students? Yes, yes, right. So there are n number of messages. Yes, the money is mandatory for starting a new form of an enterprise, right? But it is now in the general goal, that is in the traditional goal. If you want to become an entrepreneur, generally, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you have been working in any organization and you are having some savings in your hand. So with the savings, you have been starting your own business. It should be followed up in a traditional world, right? But now it should be completely transformed, right? If you are having a good idea, right? If you are having a good idea, definitely government will help you without any investments. There are n number of investors are there, n number of government grant agencies are there. So they have to provide investment for your innovative idea, right? So what you have to do is, as a student, what you have to do is, if you concentrate on innovative things, definitely you will have a good future, right? So can I get a grant? That is, if you are having a good idea for starting the business, definitely you will get a grant. Likewise, government is giving scholarship for the school students, college students to enhance their education. Likewise, to promote entrepreneurship, right? To promote entrepreneurship, if anyone is having a good idea, government is ready to provide the money as a grant, right? We Tamil Nadu, that is EDI is one of the government body, Entrepreneurship Development and Innovation Institute. It's a government body, and they have to provide a minimum of 1 lakh rupee for a student, right? For a student, if you are having a good idea, your idea is innovative, then government is support to provide 1 lakh rupee as a grant, right? It should not be a repayable value. Like loan is different from grant. Loan is you have to repay the value with additional interest, right? But the grant is completely non-repayable. You have to enjoy all the money for your business development, right? So can I get a grant? Means definitely will get a grant from lot of government agencies are there. They are ready to provide n number of support for developing entrepreneurship. And third thing, what business will earn a lot of money, right? So based on the conditions, you have to select the good business. So because n number of activities will be going on, one time that thing is profitable, and another time it should not be profitable. Likewise, I told that the pandemic situation, mask is having a good market, right? And the sanitizer is having a good market. So based on that condition, you have to select the business. And fourth thing, is there a market, right? Is there a market? Normally, a market is, it depends upon the customer, depends upon the area you have it chosen, depends upon the income of the customer. So it should be differentiated. So you have to select a good market for reaching your product. And fifth thing, can I profitably tap that market, right? So because ultimate aim of every entrepreneur or every businessman is that is and a profit, right? Profit maximization, right? So without loss, a company cannot sell the product, an entrepreneur cannot sell the product, right? So they have to fix some profit as some margin as a profit, and they have to sell the product. So definitely, if you are giving an innovative thing to the market, definitely you will tap the markets. And finally, e-commerce, right? Everything has been goes on online right now. So have you know about netmeds.com, right? NETMEDS, netmeds.com. Have you know about that startup called netmeds.com? Or else you have you know about Flipkart, Amazon, right? So that companies are called as an electronic commerce delivering companies, right? So they have been giving an electronic commerce service to the customer, right? So every business now it should be goes on electronic commerce. So initially Swiggy is a company which is started for delivering the food, right? So recently if you watch in the advertisement of Swiggy, so before 1 month they are delivering grocery item, and now they are delivering chocolates and cake, right? So that should be a transformation, electronic commerce, because from the customer, from the home itself, they have to get all the products with the help of electronic commerce, right? So these are the major things you have been understand. Once you want to become an entrepreneur, definitely you will have a good idea. You will, if good idea is your idea is innovative, then you will get a grant, and you have been entering into electronic commerce, that is technological world. Electronic commerce plays a major role, right? So these things you have been kept into your mind for becoming an entrepreneur, right? So normally he's a superman. Entrepreneur is a superman because you have you know about the meaning of an entrepreneur. So anyone have you know about the meaning of the word called entrepreneur? Have you crossed out the word in your life, entrepreneur? Or if you read any article, any news regarding that word called entrepreneur? Have you know about the meaning of entrepreneur? Or else you have you know about any famous entrepreneurs in the world, or in India, or in Tamil Nadu? List out any entrepreneurs.
Elon Musk.
Yes, good. The person who runs the business, yes, good. Or any entrepreneur name? With your presentation, you're just going on. Right. So normally, why we can call it as a superman is normally in a traditional world, a person who start a business, that person may be called as an entrepreneur. That is a person who owning an enterprise. That person may be called as an entrepreneur in the traditional world. But now it should be completely some transformation have been occurred. That is, an entrepreneur is a person who is starting the business, right? And the business should be innovative. And else also he is ready to face the risk which may be happen inside the business, or else from any natural calamities or any uncertainty from government regulations, whatever the risk it should be happen for the business, this man had to bear, right? And also he is somewhat innovative. The things which maybe do a similar, he is somewhat different. He is do everything in a different manner. That's why we can call it as an entrepreneur, as a superman. He is doing everything in a that is innovative as well as pakka manner, right? So we can call it as an entrepreneur, as a superman. And we have been told n number of entrepreneurs, right? In India, we can told that is many entrepreneurs are there, right? India is one of the one of the country which is having more number of entrepreneurs. Likewise, in developed nation, they are also having a number of startup, a number of entrepreneurs. But India is in a developing nation, and they are concentrating on right now from 2016 onwards, right? Our Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi ji, has launching a Startup India scheme, right? Startup India scheme. Many startups have been emerged recently from 2021. 5,000 plus startups have been emerged in India from 2016 to 2021, right? So this was the success of India to become more number of entrepreneurs, right? So you have to know about the difference between these two persons, that is entrepreneur and businessman, right? So anyone have you visit Big Bazaar? Big Bazaar, have you visited Big Bazaar?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good, right? And have you crossed over the Flipkart website? Flipkart or Amazon website? Have you seen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Right. So there are two differences. That is difference between a startup as well as a business people. Right. A businessman doing same thing. Right. For example, in your street, if there should be a grocery shop, means if you understand all the things in the grocery shop and you start a similar grocery shop nearby that in your street, means it should be called as a business. Right. So business is copying the idea. An entrepreneur is not, that is a businessman, is not having an idea. He just understand all the things, whatever he crossed over in his life, right? He understand all the things, and then he have been copying a similar model. Why I can told that that is Big Bazaar, right? Big Bazaar is one of the famous business, right? Big Bazaar is available in Chennai, Coimbatore, Trichy, Madurai, Tirunelveli, and Nagarkoil. So there are n number of shops are there, more than 350 plus shops are there in India, right? Big Bazaar is having 350 plus branches all over in India. If you visit Big Bazaar in Chennai or else if you visit Big Bazaar in Madurai, the thing is same, the model is same. Whatever the product available in Chennai, the same kind of products is available in Madurai also. What is the price available in Madurai? The same price is in Chennai, right? It should be a business. One model have been developed. From that model, everything it should be developed as a cloning part, right? So it should be, you can call it as a business. And I told that another example called Flipkart or Amazon, right? So normally this consumer products, consumer utilities, consumer products, consumer durables, grocery item, everything have been sold by that Flipkart, as well as Big Bazaar also is selling the same kind of thing in a shop, right? But Flipkart, they doesn't have any shop, right? They doesn't have any shop, any retail shop or any wholesale shop, doesn't have anything. But they are also giving the same sort of consumer essential through online mode, right? Through online mode, they are delivering. But using that is using, we can call it as an Big Bazaar. We have to visit the shop and we have to get all the products. Now that is recently, before 1 year ago, Big Bazaar is developing an application, or Big Bazaar is developing an website. They are delivering that to the customer home itself, right? So we can call it as an entrepreneur is a person who is having own idea with their own idea, and their aim is to change the world, right? So they have to give it something as a different manner, and they have to change the entire world. But here, businessman, the aim is to earn more number of profits, right? More number of profit maximization is the ultimate aim of a businessman, right? And also, entrepreneurs are like skydivers. They take like crazy risk, right? But here, businessmen have been calculated and manage the risk which maybe happen inside the business, right? And also, you have to quote an example. I think you have been know about Uber Ola. Uber Ola. Students, you know
Yes,
about
sir.
Uber Ola. Yes, good.
Yes, sir.
So have you crossed over Uber Ola, or if you make a travel in Uber Ola?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So how you have to book Uber Ola, Uber or Ola? If you want to
Through
make
the
it,
application.
yes. If you want to make a journey, just go to that mobile application or website. Then you have to book the from and to places where you are from and where you want to go. You choose the entire location, and also you have to choose which type of vehicle you have been needed, right? And you have been, then the vehicle have been come to your location for picking you and drop you to the destination, right? So this is what Uber and Ola is doing, right? But somewhat in northern parts, right? One of the taxi called Meru, right? Meru is one of the company which is also providing that is rental taxi services, right? So Meru is normally they are having 25,000. That is 20,000 about taxis are they are having, right? And they are also doing similar rental service businesses. But these companies like Uber and Ola, they doesn't own single car. But here Meru is having more than 20,000 cars in their own name, and they have to giving rental taxi. So we can call it as a business. But here Uber Ola, they doesn't have any taxi. They have just create a linkage between taxi owners and also taxi drivers. Then they are providing the rental cab service with the help of an application and with the help of the website. So this is the difference between entrepreneur as well as a businessman. So why I am telling these things is, if you want to become a businessman or if you want to become an entrepreneur, you have to choose. So businessman, government is not ready to. Government is ready to support in a minimum manner. But if you want to become an entrepreneur, government have to provide n number of supports. So this is the difference between that businessman and entrepreneur. A businessman is selling one watermelon in the price of 35 rupees. But a similar entrepreneur is buying that one watermelon with 35 rupees, and he had to make 5 glasses of juice, and he had to sell that juices in the price of 150 rupees. Right? So we can call it as this is the difference between businessman and entrepreneur. Right? So what is the mindset required for an entrepreneur? So if you want to become an entrepreneur, what is the mindset it should be required for you means, so first thing, looking for opportunities. So wherever the product is available, you have to explore it. Whatever the ideas you are having, you just explore it. You have to understand everything, right? So I think people are from India, right? Students are from Madras or else India, from any other places you are right? So have you tasted apple fruit? Have you consumed apple?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Where apple is cultivated? Are you having any idea? Where apple is cultivated?
New Zealand, sir.
Oh, fine. Apple is cultivated in New Zealand, right?
Himachal, Australia.
Yes. Kashmir, Himachal. In India, Himachal and Kashmir are the places where apple is cultivated, right? But in some other countries like New Zealand, Australia, they are having that kiwi fruit. Kiwi fruit is famous in New Zealand as well as Australia, right? Right. So kept it the similar idea, that is apple is cultivated in Kashmir or else that is Himachal Pradesh. It is apart from 1000 or that is 10,000 kilometers apart from Chennai, right? 10,000 kilometers apart from Chennai, the apple is cultivated, but the apple is available in nearby your fruit shop, right? Nearby your home, there are some fruit shops are there, right? The same product is available in your home, in your nearby your home. Right? So this thing may be called it. We can call it as an opportunity. One area, the product should be available in excess. It should be plenty of product may be available. Here, no product is available. To bridge the gap between two things, right? So there are n number of entrepreneurs have been emerged by doing this kind of activity, right? Looking for opportunities, right? So I have one of the example from Tirunelveli. If you visit Google Play Store or else if you go for Google, there should be one famous startup in Tirunelveli. You can call it as a mittaikadai.com, right? Mittaikadai.com, right? So what he is doing is, normally Tirunelveli is famous for alva, right? And some other area, there are some things are famous. In Thuthukudi, we had to call it as macaron is famous, right? In Madurai, we can call it as jigadanda is famous, right? Or in all area, one Srivilliputtur, we can call Srivilliputtur, Palkova is famous, right? So all areas, some products are available as plenty manner. So what this person, mittaikadai.com, that is the owner of the mittaikadai.com, what he is doing is, So he is having a contact with all the people in all the districts, all the areas, right? So he just created a website, and he just created a Play Store, that is in an application in a Play Store, right? He have been linked with all that dealers or all the agency people, right? If anyone using that mitaikare.com, if they want to get a palkava, right, immediately they have to order the palkava, right? This message have been delivered to that people who is available in Srivilliputtur, who is holding a shop called palkava, right? He immediately delivered to the customer address, right? So for that, he is getting some share, and mitaikare.com owner also is getting some share for delivering the products, right? So this should be called as looking for opportunities, right? One area the product is not available, but another area the product should be available in an exhaust manner, right? So to bridge the gap, an entrepreneur has been emerged. So this should be called as looking for opportunity. And second thing, that is, it's one of the needed one for an entrepreneur, that is innovation and differentiation, right? So doing the things different, we can call it as an innovation, right? So normally, if you crossed over the n number of things in your life, right? A mobile phone, a traditional time, we can use mobile phone only for communicating the message, right? But now have been changed, right? We cannot use digital camera for taking the photo. We are using mobile phone for taking the photo. We cannot use radio or television for hearing the song or watching the videos. We can use mobile phone for using audio song as well as video song, right? So there n number of innovations have been added up in the mobile phone. That is, some updations have been made it up. We can call it as an innovation, right? One more example. So have you crossed over storage devices in your life? So have you know about pen drive? Pen drive.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Before pen drive, what is the storage device used? Before emergence of pen drive, what is the storage device used?
CD, sir.
CDs, good. Right, before CDs, they are using a floppy disk, and before floppy disk, they are using radio cassettes, right? So from radio cassettes, the invention may be, that is innovation may be floppy disk. From floppy disk, the innovation may be CD drive, and from the CD drive, we can use pen drive, and from the pen drive, what is the innovation right now? Have you know about cloud storage, right? Cloud storage is one of the updated thing, right? Using the cloud, we can store the data. Whenever we need it, we can retrieve the data using that network, right? Using the internet, we have been retrieve all the things. Right? It should be an innovation in storage devices. Normally, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you have been concentrating on two things: innovation and differentiation. Differentiation is somewhat changes in color, changes in flavor, changes in style. Everything we have been giving it as different to the customer, right? So recently, one of the startup in Chennai, right, which may be called as a Malipu Idli, right? So Malipu Idli, is normally Idli is the thing. It should be only one type of idli, right? But this Malipu Idli owner, Idli Indian, right? He may be called as an Idli Indian, and this person is that is creating or manufacturing or producing 1 lakh variety of idli. Likewise, we can call it as a coconut idli, pizza idli, paneer idli. Right? There are n number of idli have been given by this man, right? So that's why his birthday have been celebrated as World Idli Day. Right? So this should be differentiation, doing something as different. Normally, if you're giving same kind of thing, the customer may be bored out. If you give something as different, definitely the customer will attract you and will capture n number of things to buy your products. And third thing, quality consciousness, right? If you want to give the best quality, then it should be you are the best, right? There are n number of things like what is the famous company in producing or manufacturing television? which company is famous for television? In India or in the world, which company is famous in television? So if you want to buy the TV, which company is famous? Which company gets into your mind? Right. If you want to buy a phone, right? Which company is number one in mobile phone?
Samsung, Apple.
Yes, good. Why we can call it as an Apple is famous?
It's too costly.
Right. So because security, right? They are having good security features with themselves, right? So they have to maintain their quality from their initiation to till now, right? So we can call Sony is famous for television, right? There are n number of things likewise. We can call it as an Kodak is famous for camera, right? Why we can call it as it? Because they are maintaining the good quality. If you want to get an alva, right, we can call it as Tirunelveli. Tirunelveli, like Irithikadai alva is famous for alva in all over Tamil Nadu and all over India. Why? Because they have to maintain the quality from their initiation itself. Right? And finally, finding solution and ways to do it. Right? So there are a number of problems maybe happen in all over the world, right? Before once upon a time, for changing the channel in a television, we have to press the button in the television for changing the channels, right? But now we are using that remote control. Apart from remote control, there is an application in a mobile phone for operating a television, right? So this is one of the advanced solution for a problem. Right. I think you have to know about that is where is my train application. Right? Where is my train application? It should be helpful. You have to understand where the train comes. Right? So if you want to get a journey from Chennai to Madurai, right? So if you are your place to start your journey is Trichy, right? Chennai is a place where the train have been started it and they have been ended on Madurai. Right? If you are in Trichy, you doesn't know when the train will come. Right? The help of that application, you have been know about these things. So this is finding solution for the problem. Right? Definitely, want to become an entrepreneur, you have to find solution. Right? So this is just an example. Entrepreneurs are good at sensing and exploiting. Right? So there are a number of eagles are there, right? But only one eagle is constantly keenly watching and take the fish, right? So this is the quality required for an entrepreneur. They have to sense it should be good or not for starting the business, and they have to exploit it. Definitely, they have been started at the business and they have been enjoying all number of things, right? So I have been told about innovation, right? Here there are the importance of innovation. There are two examples I have been quoted out. That is, one is Nokia and another one is Jio. So many of the people know about Nokia, right? They are having good standards and they are maintaining good reputation among the customers, right? If you ask about the customers who are all using the Nokia, they have been told out this phone is good in charge and this phone is good in good life, there are a number of positivity for the mobile phone called Nokia, but somewhat it should be out of the market, right? Once upon a time after 2012 or 13 itself, the Nokia company is not in the market. What has happened for the Nokia companies? That is, they doesn't concentrating on innovation. It doesn't bother about anything as innovative, right? So that way the company is out of the market. And similar example, that is called as a Jio company called Jio, right? Jio is entering into the market in the year 2016, right? 2016, Jio is entering into the market. So they have to give a number of innovative things. So before entering the company called Jio, we cannot view the live channels using that mobile, right? With the help of Jio TV, we have to view the live channels, and also there are if you want to read the newspaper, we cannot have any application. But Jio, there should be application called Jio newspaper. With the help of the Jio newspaper, Jio magazine, we have to view the live newses, e-paper of newspaper, right? We have to enjoy n number of benefits by Geo. That's why Geo is concentrating on much number of innovative activities. Still, they are number one in the markets, right? If you want to become a successful entrepreneur, you have been concentrating on innovation and updation and differentiation in your company activities, right? So the topic which have been allocated on today's session is renewable energy, right? So normally climate have been changed, right? This should be, I think, November, December should be a rainy season, and we can call it as that is May, April to May. It should be a summer season, right? But now the climate is somewhat it should be changed. During rainy season, the rain is not proper. A proper fall of rain is not there, right? But in case of summer season, there are an enormous amount of heat is there. Even though in summer there should be some rain maybe happen, right? There are a number of natural calamities, tsunamis happen, right? Earthquakes happen, right? A number of things which may be occurred. Whose responsibility is it? Means because of the people, because of the industries, because of the things which may be consumed as by the human being, right? The climate having changed everywhere. Even though it should be a rainy season, there are a lot of heat is there. Even though it should be a summer season, there are a lot of rains are there, right? Whose responsibility means because of the people, we the industries inside our country, right? So business impact now it's turning into green. So which sorry for the issue.
That's okay, sir.
Right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Right. Now, so we can quote that is everything should be green. That is to protecting the environment, right? To save the thing which may be happen in the society. So SARS rightly told two things. That is going green, sustainable development, right? It should be the main factor which have been concentrating on all the thing which may be happen by the country or else any government agencies. They have been focusing on these things. That is business have been turning into green, right? So this thing which have been prevent about safeguard ourselves by giving a good that is we can call it as a good environment. So making a proper rain in a correct time, proper heat in a correct time. So these things may be happen if going into green without any using chemicals or alcohols or whatever the things which may be specified earlier, right? Right. What is energy means? Normally, these are some examples here, right? If we want to operate anything, we are need energy, right? If I want to speak up to 2 hours means I had some energy because I have in the morning I have a good breakfast. I had a little cup of tea. Then only I have to speak for more than 2 hours, right? If I have a good body weight, then I have to carry more than 50 kg or 25 kg weight, right? If I had a stamina means I have to run up to 50 kilometer or 10 kilometer or 15 kilometer. I have to run, right? If I had a good stamina means I have to ride a bike or bicycle for more than 20 or 25 kilometers. If I had a good body weight means I have to pull more than 50 kg of weight. Right? Whatever the things, if you want to ride a car, you need an energy. Right? You have to know about how to ride. Right? Whatever the things that which helps in doing the work. If you want to do the work, you just have an energy. Without energy, you cannot do the work. And these are called as some forms of energy, right? So here, the first energy, heat energy is there, right? Heat, we have to get some energy, right? So for cooking, we have to use heat, right? For light, so we want to get a good light in our home or in a college, in a hostel or in a room, whatever the thing, we have to get a good energy, good light, just we need energy, right? If you want to get a good sound, right? So I'm at Madurai, you are from Chennai. So using some devices, we are getting sound. So this thing may be called as an energy, and magnetic energy is there, and electricity, right? So Sir said, rightly pointed out that is, or Subram sir rightly pointed out, electrical energy is much needed in the technological world. Even though without one day, so without electricity on one day, we cannot have a good life, good satisfied life, right? Even though we have some commitments, mobile phone charging, watching TV, using laptop, right? Using earphone, that is mobile parts are there. So what are the things without electricity? Even though some families, they are using that electrical cooker, right? Electrical induction stove, right? For cooking or for manufacturing food or producing food, they are need of electricity, right? So electricity is a major using thing in the world, right? And chemical also, we are for chemical transformation, right? So we want to get a good sanitizer, or we want to clean a floor, we are using some chemical. So for chemical combination, we have to use some energy. So these are different forms of energy. Heat energy is there, light energy is there, sound energy is there, and magnetic energy is there, right? Electrical energy and chemical energy, right? So there are some natural resources, right? So natural resources are inbuilt; it should be available, right? We are default. We are having, right, some things which may be available as plenty in the world. We can call it as a natural resources, right? Natural substances required by human for different needs. So what are the natural resources means? So first thing, metals and minerals, right? Lot of minerals are available in India, and lot of metals also, some lot of water, heavy falls are there, lakes are there, seas are there, so we can get n number of waters, and crops and forests and rainforests and coal, oil and gas. So these are some resources we are having, right? As a natural resource, we are having n number of things, and also energy resources, right? So energy resources. So normally for produce an energy, we are using that is combination of natural resources. We have to get some energy with the help of the natural resources only. We have to get some energy. So natural resources such as oil, gas, coal, wood, wind, light, waves. So these are something, right? With the help of these resources, we have to produce some energy. If you ban a coal, you get a energy, right? Electricity, we are using from the traditional thing to right now, we are using that coal. Burning a coal, we have to get an electricity, right? So this is right now used everywhere, right? With the help of the power plants, they are getting that energy, right? And so here, what are the different forms of energy resources are there? Means coal is there, and wind energy, and waves and water energy, sunlight energy, and oil and gas energy. So these are some energy resources are there, right? Normally, energy we have in use is a two kind of form. One is renewable, and also another one is non-renewable. Right? Renewable, we can renew it. We can everywhere. We can use once we can use it means we can definitely consume another time. Right? But like non-renewable resource, once we can use it, then we can not able to get it. Right? For example, if you uh, so if you fill a petrol for 100 rupees, right? 1 liter of, just an example, 1 liter of petrol is 100 rupees. If you fill 1 liter of petrol, the bike is giving a mileage of 45 kilometers per liter, right? So if 45 kilometers may be crossed over means, then the petrol is empty in your tank, and again we have to refill it, right? So once we have been consumed, we cannot get back it. After we have been paid something, then we have to get something. Right? But in case of renewable energy, right, it should be default happen. Every day sun is rising, right? Every day sun is setting. So from morning sun is rising means we have to get some power with the help of the sun. Right? Everywhere there should be a ocean is there. Right? Ocean is having n number of waves is there. In ocean, there are n number of waves are there. So with the help of the waves, some energy may be created. In all over the world, there should be air is there. Right? With the help of the air, we have to get the wind power. Right? So non-renewable energy resources are things like oil. Right? So for some particular duration, you have to use some oil well. After all the things may be exploited in the oil well is not able to use. Likewise, natural gold and coal. How we have in get gold? So by cutting the trees, by banning it, we have to get the gold. But if there is no tree, means we cannot able to get the gold. Right? Somewhat it should be exploited one duration, and they cannot be easily replaced. Once we have been consumed, we cannot be able to replace it. Like I told that for diesel, if you operate some kilometers, the diesel have been thrown into the air for operating the machine, right? And because they have millions of years to form, right? And kept into your mind, for non-renewable energy resources, it should be kept millions of years to form, right? But we are using them as faster, right? Petrols, we are using them as a faster, and they are being made. This means one day they definitely will run out, right? One day it should be completely, there should be no petrol situation may be occurred, no diesel situation is occurred, no electricity situation is occurred, right? So for making a transformation, we have been converted everything into renewable energy. Likewise, recently battery car is introduced by Tesla. Right? Tesla is a company. It should be located in USA. They have been launched with e-vehicles. Right? In Tamil Nadu, Ola is one of the company which is launched that electronic bikes. Right? So why? Because to stop the usage of petrol and diesel, there are n number of e-vehicles may be introduced. For getting electricity, we can use coal energy. So to replace it, we are using wind energy is there. And so from dams, with the help of the water flow, they have to consume electricity is there, and solar power is there, biofuel, right? With the help of the waste, we have to get the fuel. Right? And this thing, it should not be easily, it should not be easily stoppable. You can get it day by day. The sun is always rising, air is always there, and sea is without water. That should be without that is in the ocean. There should be no water stage cannot be occurred. So this energy we have been getting on day by day, we can call it as a renewable energy. So there are some form of renewable energy, non-renewable energy. That is natural gas is there, oil, petroleum, coal, nuclear power. So these are non-renewable energy. And renewable energy, as Sir slightly pointed out that these are the things, that is geothermal, right? So biofuel, solar, wind energy, and electricity energy. So just go on one by one. Wind energy. So it should be one of the alternative for producing electricity. So if you crossed over many areas which is having a good air atmosphere, means that definitely we are starting that wind energy. It should be a large windmill using wind turbine. So there are blades happen maybe in there in a wind energy. So if the air is flown, that is the fan is rotated, means the blades are moving, means then it should produce some electricity, right? So this is one of the thing which may be alternative form for producing electricity, right? No wind, there should be no electricity, right? That is no air may be, means that there should be possibility of not a possibility to produce electricity. Right? So this is one of the alternative form, right? And solar energy, right? N number of things. So in a road, if you cross road 4-way or in a state highway or national highway, so they are fixing lights in a road, right? and in the night time lights are flown, right? So it should absorb solar energy from the sun. From the morning, from the sun itself, light have to absorb all the things, and it should be flown in the night duration. Right? Solar light is there, and solar cooker is there. Right now, rightly, solar cooker is there, and solar water heater is there right now. Right? So with the help of the sunlight, the energy have been kept it using that heat or electricity form. The energy may be get it up, and it should be flown by using that operating any devices or any technology using that solar energy. Right? So normally solar panels are putting on the building roofs. Right? In the top of the building roof, solar panels are fitted up, and it should be, we can call it somewhat expensive, right? But if you use solar energy means definitely government have to give n number of subsidy up to, if you have to fix it for 5 years, there should be no maintenance cost. If any repairs, that company have to bear all the things, right? And for some discounts may be given by the government, right? Up to 3 kV you have been produced means have to get 40% of subsidy. If you produce electricity in your home using 3 kilowatt of electricity means, then you have to get 40% of subsidy for producing the solar energy, and it should be given to the government. So solar cooker, solar water heater, right? And there are n number of advancements in solar and renewable energy alternatives. We can told that solar installation, wind turbine, right? We can, so there are a number of advancement in renewable energy. So we can get it back again and again, right? With the help of that solar. Mornings, if sun rises, there are enormous heat may be absorbed from sun. Definitely, we have to get n number of things from the solar energy. Right? So here we can call an example, that is to reduce green make it as a transportation without emission of gases from bikes, cars. There are n number of emissions may be happen, n number of gases may be flown from the using that cars and any vehicles. To reduce everything, we have been go for an alternative mode called electric bike and electric scooter, right? And refurbishing bikes and bicycles and self-used bikes, right? And also one more thing called as a green car, right? Which allows hybrid fuels. Hybrid fuel means natural fuels. Using that plant, we have to get the fuel. Which using that spices, we have to get the fuel. Right? Without using that chemical-oriented petrol or diesel, we have to use some hybrid fuels for getting that alternative mode for transportation. It is green transportation, which make it as a free emission from gases. Right? So now government is concentrating on if you want to start a startup regarding that electronic bike making or electronic scooter making, electronic car making means government is ready to support n number of grants, n number of investment opportunities for developing electronic bike, electronic scooter, electronic cars, and all those things. And geothermal energy, right? Normally, it is one of the things which may be now used commonly in all over the area, right? There are 2 holes may be put out. One hole, they have to give the water, and from the another hole, the hot water have been get with the help of that. Using that earth, we have to get geothermal energy, right? So there are generators or n number of things may be operated with the help of the geothermal energy. So because earth is always heated, right? Earth is having heat. So with the help of the heat, it should be getting some geothermal energy, right? And hydroelectric energy, right? With the help of the water which have been flown from dam or any other storage tank capacity. With the help of the water flown from the dam, we have to get the electricity. It is one of the opportunity for hydroelectric energy and biofuel energy, right? So for biofuel energy, using that waste from flowers, waste from leaves, waste from things which may be naturally kept. So we have been stored everything, and we have to get fuel with the help of the biofuel energy, right? So here I have been told another thing, that is organic farming and organic food, right? Offering healthy foods grown locally without the chemicals. Now it should be everywhere we have using for producing the product, we are using chemicals, right? To stop the emission of usage of chemicals, we are using that organic farming. Organic farming is one of the having good reputation, right? If you sell your products, like if from your home itself you have to use with the help of organic farming, and you have been selling it to the market, means it should have some high reputation among the market. It should have some high value, because it should not have any chemicals, it should not have any pesticide, and it's also good for health, right? So here one more example I want to show with you regarding that usage of uh, right. So I think you are all able to see this video. Right. So this is one of the things which should be that is stoppage of using pesticide or chemicals, right? A robo which have been used for farming purposes. The robo have been using, that is using the technology advancements. So using the technology advancement, everything should be monitored by that. Using your mobile phone, you have to monitor. When there is no water for the crop, means using the technology, immediately you have been give instruction through your mobile phone. Then the water have been flown through all over the crop. We can call it as a natural. It, without using any chemicals, with the help of that automation technology, you have to grow n number of crops. We can call it as one of the organic farming. Right? So many restaurants right now, they are using the word called 100% natural, without any without any chemicals. We have to manufacture the food, we have to produce the food, we have to giving it to the customer. Right? So if you cross all over the area, at least one or two shops we can call it as the natural shops. So everything they cannot use anything which should not have pesticides or chemicals. We can call it as an organic farming. And green products and consumer products, right? Using organic glass, production of glass using sustainable material like organic cotton and natural dyes, without using any fabric material, fabric or plastic content or polythene, right? So we cannot use such kind of thing for manufacturing glass. So we can go for organic glass by using cotton. We cannot use any fiber material or polythene material or any plastic material, right? And also we can go for that one more thing, that is become a part of using reuse revolution. Normally for manufacturing furniture we have been using the wood, right? So to reduce for wood we have to cut down the trees. It is one of the thing which may be called as a pollution may be occurred once you cut down the trees, right? So for regarding that usage, manufacturing the furniture, if whatever things may be available, scrap furniture is there, scrap material is there, using the scrap material, scrap furniture, you have been again you have been refurbish it, and have to made a new furniture and have been giving it to the people. And organic glass is there. So glass which may be flown, it should be cracked or some torn material. You have to again process it and you have to again fabricate to get a new cloth. So these are reuse revolution. So 3 R's are many popular right now: reuse, reduce, and recycle. And green landscape and building detritus, right? Normally it should be in a Kerala or a hill area. They are using this strategy, right? So from your home, that should be in the top floor. They have been using small crops or some other things may be used as a garden, right? So they have been put some seeds or some flower, some thing which may be useful for a home, like best tomato or a brinjal. Small crop they have been flown in the top of the roof to get they make it as a garden. So because it should be somewhat conservative, and also it makes entire home as cool. No heat may be for the home, right? So these are somewhat advancements in the thing which maybe call it as one of the opportunity for green entrepreneurship. Right? So some of the renewable energy entrepreneurs maybe succeeded in India is, so first entrepreneur that is Rajaram Tirupati. He is from organic herbal farming. Right? What he is doing is he doesn't manufacture any pesticide or any fertilizer usage of chemicals. He's manufacturing organic fertilizers. Right? How he have it, where his startup is located means from Chhattisgarh, Kondagan district from Chhattisgarh. His startup is located using cow dung and base leaf. He just manufactured this organic fertilizers. Right? He manufactured organic fertilizers for his startup. Is giving an employment opportunity for more than 200 tribal families, right, who are all located in nearby his villages, nearby the forests. Right, he have been giving an employment opportunity for 200 tribal families, and he is manufacturing that organic herbal fertilizers. It should be good for crops, and no chemical may be involved, right, in his organic fertilizers. And also, he have established a herbal food production unit, which is an annual turnover of 20 crore assume, right? So if you use chemicals, you cannot get more than the crore value, but with the help of the natural, he's getting more money, 20 crores of money for his startup. Right? And the second thing is a second one form of company called eco-friendly home, right? Eco-friendly home, it should be without any usage of chemicals like cements, or brick stones or lace, whatever the things we do here. The home may be manufactured using that handicrafts of bamboos. Right? It should be in Kerala. His company uses bamboo for construction, right? And also it involves wastages of 30%, but reduces the need of cement up to 50%, and sand by 20%, and steel by 90%. Right? So how we have an extract steel, because it should be one of the thing we have been get it from iron, right? And cement, we are using a number of chemicals for getting a cement. We have to use limestone and different forms of materials for getting the cement, right? So it should be somewhat costly. So with the help of that bamboo, 30% of cost have been cut off using his startup called Orav, right? And this an ecological degradation also. It should not cause any reaction for the safe home, right? And third person called as Prajapati, right? Prajapati is launched his startup in 2002. His startup, its form of his entrepreneurship form is clay refrigerated, using that clay. Right? Clay is one of the type of sand. So with the help of the clay, he is giving a refrigerator. Normally, a refrigerator is that is having emission of gas called CO2, right? It should be called as carbon monoxide gas may be evolved or emission using that refrigerator, right? So for stopping the usage of electricity and emission of carbon monoxide, this person called Prajapati and launched a material called clay cooling refrigerator. It runs without electricity, right? Without electricity, that refrigerator is run, and it should be keep perishable fresh for 7 days. You have to know about perishable products like egg is there, and vegetables, fruits, and flowers. It should be safe up to 7 days, and water may be cold, and milk and curd for almost 24 hours. It should be fresh, right? So this is what one of the famous thing to reduce usage of non-renewable energy, natural renewable energy. He have been used without electricity. His startup, that is his form of company, is Clay Refrigerator. It should be famous, and he is working with the metal cool house. Right? He is working with metal cool house to make a house as cool without using ACs. Right? Without using ACs, how we have to make a cool home without consuming electricity, right? So he is concentrating on such a kind of innovative activities for making a cool house, right? And fourth famous entrepreneur, we can call it as Preeti Sugumaran and Srinivas Kumaraswamy. Right? His startup is called as a Greenwash. Right? It should be launched in 2011. So normally for using the class and make it a class as it should be using. We are using some detergent powders, right? So detergent without usage of detergent powder, we are using that these kind of things. We can call it as that is this startup. And finally, Natural Khadi. Natural Khadi is another startup. We have been using without any chemicals, right? So it is from Tamil Nadu, Dharmaburi district. This company is running by that many Parkesibu. And these are somewhat innovative things. How the student may be developed, right? So these are something that should be developed by that student ideas, right? Normally in Madurai, right? Madurai. So wait. Sorry for the issue. Right, so I just go with final things. That is, these are some innovative things which maybe go on using that renewable energy. So normally we consume tea. We consume tea using that plastic glass. So it's plastic use and throw glasses or paper cups, or also using that glass type of glasses. Right, it should be mirror type of glasses. To normally this one of the innovative thing using renewable energy, using that this type of tea. Once we consume the tea, then we have to eat the cup also. It should be in Madurai, and it should be developed by one of the students. And Trichy, right? So Trichy using that banana seeds. Normally banana, we are using n number of things from banana. Normally banana fruit is there, banana flour is there. We have been using for cooking, and banana stem also we have been using for cooking. But remaining what we have been using in the kept it as unuseful. Right? So this banana seed, the waste of banana, it should be chopped up and it should be making that is we can call it as a table, a chair, and a number of things have been made with the help of the banana seeds. It should be made by a student from Trichy. And from Tirunelveli, student have been using that skin of Nendram. Normally, we have consumed banana, but we cannot use that banana peel. Banana peel we cannot use. So banana peel is having a good healthy. It is healthy also, but we cannot consume banana peel. Right? With the help of the banana peel, Nendram banana peel, he manufactures a powder. Right? It should be certified as good, and it should be useful for the children. It should be certified by WHO. A Tirunelveli student is manufacturing, because normally, so we have kept banana waste as a waste, but this student has been concentrating on these things. And also from Coimbatore, right? So I just play one video regarding this. Right, I told that teacup and also a banana seed, they have been manufacturing this kind of table and chair. And a student from Tirunelveli using banana waste, banana peel waste is manufacturing a powder. And I told, shown the video in Coimbatore, right? A student from Coimbatore is manufacturing a biodegradable bag using that type of starch extracted from cassava roots. So you have to know about cassava root. So cassava root is one of the good for health. So using that cassava root is manufacturing a biodegradable plastic bag. So normally we told that plastic bag is not degradable, but this should be it should be easily mingled with water. Right? It should be developed by a student from Coimbatore and also from Madurai. One of the students manufactured the plate and spoon from coconut, right? Coconut coir. Normally we can use coconut in a number of things, but this coconut coir is used for burning. Right? With the help of these wastages, is manufacturing a plate, paper plate, a spoon, a number of things may be manufactured by the students from the Madurai. So these are some renewable energy startups, right? Why I told these things are normally these are good for environment and these are good for sustainable development. Whatever the things we have been discussed on this today, it should be aiming the students to become an entrepreneur, right? So you just concentrate on exploring all number of ideas. You have to understand the problem, whatever the problem faced by you regarding usage of non-renewable energies like petrol, chemicals, whatever the things from your life, whatever things you have been crossed over it, you have been understand and kept it as a problem and focusing on developing a new innovative solution, right? So start simple, try one thing on today, one new thing on today. So you kept into your mind, try one thing on today. So just understand whatever the problems you have been faced using that usage of non-renewable energy resources. And similarly, you have been making comparison statements. What are the renewable energy resources are there for alternative of usage of this non-renewable energy, right? You have just make a comparison and take it at your own pace and don't have drastically change your lifestyle. You have been working on it and every little efforts helps you to make a big impact. Definitely, you will transform yourself as an entrepreneur and take these steps. Definitely, you will become a sustainable green environment and renewable energy environment entrepreneur. So because nowadays this renewable energy are available in an excess manner, it should be available in a plenty manner. So we have to understand the usage of all those things and we just make a transformation and just we have to make our society as a productive society and definitely this entrepreneurship mode, that is renewable energy entrepreneurship mode, is having a good future, right? Definitely we will survive for a long duration with this type of entrepreneurship. So students, kindly note it down. So these are these opportunities for you to become an entrepreneur and to survive in this business for a long duration. So whatever we can call it the Swiggy or Zomato, normally Swiggy or Zomato, some competitors may be emerging in the future, right? But this kind of natural entrepreneurship, we can call it as a green entrepreneurship, sustainable entrepreneurship, renewable energy entrepreneurship. If it should have a good impact, it should have a good reputation among the customers. Definitely, it will help you to make more number of customers and to reach more number of customers and to create a good impact among the society, and it will safeguard the society, and it will also gives a number of employment opportunity. If you want to become enter into this kind of business means, definitely it will have a good scope in the future. It will give more number of employment opportunity for the people, and it will transform the society as a developed nation, right? So thank you for this opportunity given by this glorious institution to deliver a session on this topic called sustainable ideas regarding the promotion of entrepreneurship in a renewable energy source mode. Thank you everyone, and thank you the authorities of SRM and the students who have been patiently listening the session by giving a lot of inputs for me from yourself. It is also good for us. Definitely, I will stay with this and this is my email ID and contact number. If you are having any clarifications or doubt, just text me or ping through email. I will resolve your queries, and definitely we will go on with this green entrepreneurship, sustainable entrepreneurship, renewable energy entrepreneurship. We'll have a good future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, some of our students are having a few questions to ask you, sir. So if
Yes,
you're okay about it.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, sir. So first question is, with only having an idea for the grant, if I am supposed to talk to someone, and what if they take my idea and let me down?
If a student is having an idea, then how they have been approached at granting authorities, right? So this was the question from the students, right?
Yes, sir. Like they are asking, okay, you're sharing your idea to somebody, and what if they steal your idea from you and let you down?
No, ma'am. Actually, if the student is having an idea, then they go for that patent or copyright. That is, the government is having some regulation regarding if the idea is good, then they have to patent that idea. If they are manufacturing any, if they go for drawing or some other painting item, then they go for copyright. So, if the help of it IPR, intellectual property rights, right? If they register through IPR, means definitely their idea cannot be steal. And if the idea is patented or copyrighted, definitely government is ready to support as a grant for the particular student to develop the idea into a product in the future.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And second question is really India very encouraging, and is it moving towards renewable energy? If so, what is India's current stake in it?
Actually, ma'am, now only after arrival of this pandemic, government is focusing on more renewable energy transformation. So before we cannot have an awareness towards renewable energy. Still, we are even though petrol is 105 rupees on today, but there are a lot of petroleum vehicles are available, diesel vehicles are available. So to get an awareness towards this renewable energy, government is taking a lot of initiative. Definitely, it will be achieved within 5 years or 10 years. There should be polluted nations have been. It should have some time. So because so once upon a time we are using cycles. So after emergence of petroleum vehicles, we are using that bikes, cars, and number of things, right? So if e-vehicles awareness may be given to the people, definitely the transformation will be occurred. But it costs up to 10 years or 20 years from now itself.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your patience that you have carried so far and for all your valuable replies. So it was great having us with you here, sir, and we seriously look forward to join you in our future events, sir. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So we have arrived at the end of the session. Now I request our convener of the E-NEXUS cell, Dr. Bharati Ravi from the Department of Business Administration, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Nila. The attitude of gratitude is twice blessed. It blesses him that nurtures and he who is the cause. Like all the good things that end well, I'm happy to acknowledge a wonderful ending to this webinar. I have a long list of people to thank in making this webinar a great success. Firstly, I would like to chalk down my sincere gratitude to the management of SRM IST, College of Science and Humanities, Vadapayani. My heartfelt thanks to our special guest, Dr. R. Ramachandran, for his able guidance and insights on the topic, Significance of Entrepreneurial Ideas in Renewable Energy. Our sincere thanks to the director, Dr. Subraman sir, for being a strong motivator in all our endeavors. Thank you, sir. My heartfelt thanks and gratitude to our D, Dr. Anantha Padmanabhan sir, for being the backbone of this initiative. My sincere thanks to the EDC team and technical support team. Last but not least, I would like to thank the heads of the department, dear peers, and the students for making this webinar a successful one. Thank you one.
Especially, I would like to thank the coordinating team for this webinar and also the approval given by the authorities of SRM. for organizing this one-day webinar as a successful manner. Thank you, everyone, and we will have a offline meet soon after this pandemic have been ever resolved from the country. So thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.